Last week, I launched my first ever digital product, a freelancing course on Udemy, the 2025 Ultimate Freelancing Guide for Beginners. I've been thinking about creating a course for a while. It's been on my bucket list for months. But guess what? After reading Million Dollar Weekend by Noah Kagan, I decided to speed things up and launch it this March. This book triggered my entrepreneurial spirit, in a way that no other business book has. So if you're looking to start a business, make money faster, or just need that extra push to take action, this book is a must read. No fluff, just pure actionable insights. And honestly, the lessons hit me hard as a freelancer, as a content creator, and even back when I was an insurance agent dealing with constant rejections. So, in this video, I'm sharing the 5 biggest lessons I learned in the Million Dollar Weekend and how they transformed the way I work and create. Lesson number 1: embrace rejections. One of the most powerful lessons from Million Dollar Weekend is learning to ask for what you want without fear of rejection. Rejection is free feedback. Noah says that you will never sell a thing if you can face another person and ask for what you want. And I felt that. Back when I was an insurance agent during my early days, I used to hate rejection. Not interested 100 times a day. And it was soul crushing. But then, as I became older, I reframed rejection as a game. Noah suggests setting a rejection goal, aiming for, say, 100 rejections. So, why? Because within those 100 no's, there are a few yeses. So, for freelancers, instead of fearing rejection, aim for 100 cold emails or proposals. For content creators, instead of obsessing over views, post 100 videos and tweak as you go. Before I got monetized on YouTube, I actually posted 100 videos. Content creation taught me a lot about rejections and feedback. So when you get rejected, don't just walk away. Ask these 4 questions. Why not? Ask them to understand why they said no. Ask them who'd like this. Maybe they know someone who does. What would make this a no brainer? So find their hesitation. What would you pay for this? Get real market feedback. So the lesson: rejection is free feedback. Move forward. Lesson number 2: experiment first, perfect later. We usually tend to overcomplicate things. We spend weeks perfecting our work before testing it if it works. Fail fast, learn faster. Noah says, whatever you do, commit to doing it 100 times before even thinking about stopping. That hit home for me as a freelancer and a content creator. So my first YouTube videos, it's cringeworthy. My first cold outreach emails, ignored. My first freelancing proposals, ghosted. But instead of quitting, I committed to creating 100 videos, sending 100 pitches, and learning from each one. The lesson is, don't spend months polishing an idea. Launch, test, and tweak as you go. Lesson number 3: validate before you waste time. Noah says, get 3 paying customers first. So, how do you do that? He says that it is deadly to build a business without first verifying that there are paying customers. Find 3 people willing to pay for it within 48 hours. I like the idea of Noah of validation, where you need to find 3 willing people to pay first within 48 hours. So if you're launching a freelancing service, don't build a fancy website yet. So instead, you can message or DM 3 business owners and offer your service. And when you're thinking of starting a YouTube channel, instead of worrying about branding, just upload 3 videos and check the response. So when I was an early insurance agent before, I wasted weeks learning product details when I should have been talking to real people. So the lesson here is sell before you build. So if no one is willing to pay, pivot fast. Lesson number 4: focus on $1 before $1 million. Most people get stuck because they focus on the big picture rather than the first step. I saw people wanting to become a freelancer and dreaming of earning 6 figures already, but not taking action, making their first dollar. They're not taking action, making their first dollar. So start small because your first dollar matters. The first dollar is your way to making $10 to $100 to $1,000 to $100,000. Noah says stop dreaming about millions. Just make your first $1. So when I started freelancing, I didn't land a big client right away. I took on small gigs, video editing, content writing. So those small wins built my confidence and skills. So if you're stuck, ask yourself, can I offer a microservice for just $20? Or can I sell a small digital product? Or can I edit for one video for $25? Your first dollar is the hardest. But once you make it, you unlock momentum. Lesson number 5, build relationships, not just skills. Your network is your net worth. So, right now, I'm building my LinkedIn connections because LinkedIn has the largest community of professionals. So, when you're a freelancer, one of the most important platforms that you want to build your online visibility is LinkedIn. Noah says skills alone won't make you successful, relationships will. But most of my freelancing opportunities came from referrals. My most engaged audience, they came from real conversations. Before, my best sales and insurance, they came from relationships and not scripts. So instead of only focusing on learning new skills, focus on building real connections. So engage with people in your industry, help without expecting immediate returns, and build a community of 100 loyal supporters and not 100,000 passive followers. The best opportunities don't come from cold pitches. They come from real relationships. Okay, so quick recap, embrace rejections because it's a numbers game. Experiment first, perfect later. So have that experimental mindset. For every experiment that you take, it's just a data collection point where you can analyze it as a feedback. It's what makes you improve for the next experiment. Validate before wasting time. Ask 3 people first if they're willing to pay for that idea that you have in mind. And then lesson number 4 is focus on $1 before 1 million. That's so true because without getting your first dollar, you cannot go to 10, 100, and $100,000. And lesson number 5, relationship building, always pay the best interest because it's not just skills, it's how you build relationships, it's how you connect with people. And so do it 100 times before quitting. And don't see it as failure. You can reframe it as an experiment. So it's just another experiment, not it's another failure, but it's another experiment. Okay, so if you're an aspiring freelancer, you can check out my course on Udemy, and I'll put the link in the description section. And if you want to get tips about freelancing, just sign up with my free newsletter so you can receive email per week about tips and insights on how to become a freelancer. So if you like my content, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much. Bye.